Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a tea leaf reading. So I am going to do the ritual first. I already prayed, so I'm already in tune with your energy and the tea leaves. Your name and info will be confidential. I will just go over what I see in the tea leaves and what I feel energetically and what is there to come. So I'm gonna just do the little ritual here. So there is a little bit of water on the bottom with the jasmine emerald tea leaves. It's kind of like green tea, so it's still in the same family. So what you do is you hold the cup, the teacup, and you swirl it towards your non-dominant hand, which is my left, and my left is obviously connected to my heart, which in the gypsies believed anything connected to the heart comes through more pure. The information comes through more pure. So I'm just going to swirl it 3 times to the left. That's a second, and now that's the third. Alright, so once you do that, you just kind of just drop it on your saucer. And then with your non-dominant hand again, you turn it around 3 times. The handle has to hit the front towards the person you're reading. Well, obviously it's for you, but I'm tuning into your energy, so I have to put it around 3 times towards me. So, alright, full turns. That's 1. That's 2. And that is 3. So then you do 3 taps with your finger. This is another gypsy ritual the gypsies would do. And then we lift it up. And there you go. Alright, so I'm just going to look at it a little bit and then we will see. So they believe whatever is near the handle represents you and like your actual mind, but whatever's away from it is more what's coming towards you, what you're experiencing around you. Alright, so as I look here, I do see that there is some form of suppression of emotions. For me, it means the heart chakra. Anything that has to do with suppressed emotions from your past that you haven't really let go of properly, you haven't grieved properly. I do feel like either you just put it away and you just don't like thinking about it because you like feeling better always, but it's always good to process your emotions properly, because if not, triggers will allow those emotions to come up still. Alright, so anything that is very much just very pushed down at the bottom, for me that represents just a lot of emotions, trapped emotions. I really do see the heart chakra there. What's interesting is if you look this way, I see a tree. Kind of like you see, like here's the trunk, and then this is like the roots, and then this is like the tree itself. It's not like a very like detailed tree, but I see a tree. And for me, a tree represents growth, healing. It represents a lot of new opportunities coming your way. Um, uh, just new things coming through. But it also means, which I love the tree, I always think of the tree of life. For me, it represents having a connection with the spirit world and also with the earthly world, the earthly plane. So at the same time, you can be connected, with these higher realms, but at the same time, you have your roots, dug deep to be grounded. So it's like you have to find a balance between both, being able to be connected to the spirit world and then being able to be grounded here on this earthly reality, to be able to function like a normal person, if that makes any sense. But the tree itself is just super healing, and I obviously feel like it's due to just your healing and just from everything, and just you're still growing. You're growing each and every day, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, and that's something to take account for. Look how beautiful that is. It looks like a tree. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep on looking here, and I will just tell you what else I see. really strange is I do see a monkey. So I know this sounds silly, but I don't know if you could see the monkey. Sorry. I feel I see a monkey, so if you can't see it, then it's probably the way. I see a monkey right there. If you see its tail, and it's a little monkey, like playing with I think it's trying to carry something, like trying to find food or something. Look, I don't know if you could see it, but for me it looks like a monkey. And for me, a monkey represents somebody who's intelligent, somebody who can have fun and be a jokester and have their inner like child, um, you know, come out. But at the same time, it represents how you're just very intelligent and you possess wisdom that can help others. You have great, what is that, the word? Somebody who can give advice or life coaching, or somebody that is good with just being able to talk to somebody when somebody's going through a lot, and you're really good with that. And if not, you're just good with listening and being able to have people open up to you naturally. But I also feel like you have words of wisdom and you're very intelligent and you're able to help people like this. And this is something that you can embrace if it's not just for like a career wise, but more of just something that you can do to help others. And at the same time, it's healing yourself, because it's like when you do things like that for people, it makes you feel good in the end. I also like to say though, a monkey represents a little bit of stubbornness. So if you are intelligent and you have your way of wisdom, but at the same time you can be a little bit stubborn. And I know monkeys like to play around sometimes, so for me it's like sometimes when they don't notice, they'll throw their poo around to other people. So it's a kind of way of saying like, don't throw your, how do I say it, I wouldn't say complaining, but like when you go through things, maybe sometimes you can tell other people of what you're going through, and it's just a lot of like, I don't know if it's victimizing, but it's more of like what you're going through and how it's affecting you, and you won't realize it, but you're like putting your energy, like your negative energy, on other people, and that could drain other people sometimes. And if it's not happening, if you're not doing it to other people, then this can represent also other people doing it to you, then that you can get drained easily when people throw poo at you, when people throw their crap at you and their unnecessary energy that you don't need. So I think it's more that. So for me, I would say sometimes you need to say no. You can't always say yes. You need to say no. Sometimes you have to be like, hey, you know what, I don't feel like picking up that phone call, because that person, every time I talk to them, it's like they don't stop talking and they drain me, and I don't need that energy right now. It's okay to say no, and it's okay to not pick up the phone call. So learn how to not get drained by other people's energies. Learn to say no, because you are very sensitive, you are an empath, so you can pick up energies very easily, and you literally feel what they're feeling, and you're very empathetic, so it very much affects you. All right, so no, that's the monkey I see throwing poo. I'm gonna just look here really quickly. I do see an arrow. So for me, I don't know if you can see the arrow there, right there. For me, an arrow represents also keeping your eye on the target. So whatever you have focused on, whatever you set your mind to, you can achieve it. You just have to believe in it and not think it's impossible. You just have to set your focus on it and really run with it. I also see a bone. I mean, it looks like an arrow, but it also looks like a chicken bone to me. So for me, it represents like, everybody has baggage, everybody has bones in their closet, if that makes any sense. And just because you've gone through a lot, just because you go through a lot, just because like your life's difficult now, or it's like it's not easy, doesn't mean like that makes you who you are. I mean, it is who you are, but it doesn't make you who you are to the point where no one will want to hang out with you, no one would want to be with you, no one would want to be around you. It's more of like, if somebody really cares about you and accepts you for who you are, they won't care about those bones in the closet. They won't care about what you've gone through or how your life is now. They'll accept you 100%, hun. 100%. All right? So that's what I feel with that. Okay, I do see something here, like in regards to the future. So I am picking up with Okay, I'm seeing some form of that in the future. I can't pinpoint that. Something's going to happen twice. So it's going to be like a repetitive thing. So I don't know if you're going through something now, but I'm thinking within this year, I don't know what time range, within this year, something's going to happen where it's like you're going to go through it twice. So it's going to be a repetitive thing. You're going to experience it 2 more times. I don't know exactly what it is. Don't know if it has to do with health. Don't know if it has to do with financial stuff, or I don't know if I just feel like there's something that you're going to like experience twice. So it's like it's going to be repetitive. You're going to experience it twice. Don't know exactly what it is, but that's something I'm hearing. I'm just going to let you know. So it's more of like history's going to repeat itself, so you're going to experience it twice, hun. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I don't know what it's referring to, but I'm hearing that, so know that, hun. All right. I'm seeing here before anything, and I'll show you what I see. This is beautiful. It's this tree. It's just so it's intense. I'm just seeing here really quickly if I see anything here in the corner. Because sometimes when you turn the cup around, you could see other things. I'm just making sure exactly here. Oh, this is very interesting. So, this is really weird, but I see it here. Okay. If you look very closely, do you see like a genie lamp? Right there, like a genie lamp? Yeah, I see it right there perfectly. For me, it represents having that mystery towards the world, having like you I do feel like you obviously believe in the spiritual realm, but you still have that curiosity about it. You're not skeptical, but it's more of like you're still like, what if, or is it really there, or I want to know more about it. It's like this curiosity about like the spirit world or magic in general. And I do feel like spirit saying through this little through this little lamp, if you see it there again, right there, to embrace it. Okay, embrace this curiosity and towards magic, or towards the idea of a spiritual realm. I know you know exists, and I know you feel it, so it's not like something I need to convince you about, because you're very much interested. But you use that curiosity to learn more, to I do see you meeting a teacher. Now I know you've been learning a lot from my videos, which is really, really nice, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your love and support. But I do see you meeting a teacher, and I do see you taking classes. I don't know if it's yoga classes or meditation classes or like healing Reiki energy classes, but I do see you going to like sessions where somebody's going to do energy work on you, or somebody's going to teach you about meditation. But I do see you doing some form of learning or courses about like energy work or healing work. And I see some mentor that's going to mentor you about this. So keep this in mind, and it's going to be really nice for you. I really do feel like energy work would be really good for you, and I think you should look into it. I really do feel like you should look into finding a practitioner who can do like energy Reiki work on your body, because I do feel like you need it, for your chakras or whatever you're going through. I don't know if it's health or whatever it is, but I do feel like in general it's just really good for your soul and your spirit, this Reiki energy work. And I see you literally, like, I have my vision in my head. I see it already, you going to these classes. You're gonna meet some mentor. I don't know when, probably within a year and a half or so, but I do see you some point within the end of the year, if anything, you taking these courses. If you haven't looked yet, or if you have, well, then that makes sense why. But if you haven't, maybe check this out, because I really do feel like this energy chakra work is going to be really good for you, hun, because you have a lot of blockages going on in your chakras that this energy work would go really, really well hand in hand. Okay, I'm just gonna see what else. So keep that in mind about the mentor, and keep that in mind about that lamp and your curiosity towards learning and stuff. And I think those classes would be something that would be really helpful towards that curiosity, and also just for your energy fields and your chakras. All right, hun, I'm just gonna see if there's anything else, and then I will leave you with that. This was really fun. I love reading your tea leaves. My favorite's a tree. That's so powerful. So powerful. If you see something else, then I also see a hot air balloon, and it could be a balloon in general, but for me it looks like a tree because of the trunks and stuff. And a hot air balloon as well means, you're free spirited in a way, but don't allow yourself to be so up in the air, because sometimes you'll lose yourself and you'll be ungrounded. So it's more of like, again, in first to tree, find that balance of grounding yourself and then still staying connected to those higher realms, if that makes any sense. Okay, so it's okay to be floaty in the air, it's okay to be all airy, but stay grounded. Find that balance. Tiger's eye is really good for grounding. Walking in nature, picking up rocks, doing body like movement. So physical therapy would be good. I keep on hearing that. Body like movement, maybe walking, taking walks, or if not taking walks, moving your hands, or maybe just body movement in any way, hun. All right. Let's see if there's anything else, and then I will leave you with that. That's so funny, the monkey throwing poo. It looks like a monkey. Look, its tail and everything. I think it's poo. If anything, it looks like it's all silly, being like, oh, I'm just playing around throwing something. So that's what I feel about that. It's so funny. And so to answer your questions, you asked about the 369. So in regards to that, I do believe, since you are seeing it constantly, it is your spirit guides communicating with you. I don't feel like it's your loved ones. I feel like it's definitely your spirit guides. For me, whenever there's always a repetitive sequence of numbers that you see constantly every day, like maybe when you look at the phone or the clock, or when you're going somewhere and you'll see it on a receipt when you buy something, or anywhere in the streets on your day-to-day routines, it is believed that when we see a sequence of repetitive numbers, or numbers in general that is repetitive, it is Spirit Guide's way of letting you know that you are in alignment with where you are in your life. You are on the right path, and that everything is happening the way it's supposed to be happening. So it's actually a good thing. And it's also your spirit guides letting you know, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Whenever you need me, you call upon me. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Especially if you've been communicating with them a lot, or meditating, or talking to them a lot. They like to show themselves or make themselves known to you. I do feel like you've been communicating with them a lot, so I feel like this is their way of saying, hey, I'm here, I hear you, this is how I'm going to come through with numbers. I also feel like they come through with music. So if you hear like a song that you like that reminds you of something, or I don't know, but I'm hearing something with music too. So keep that in mind. If anything, if you haven't, I feel like your spirit guides will come through to you with music, and as well as your loved ones as well, and spirit will come through to you with music. All right. In regards to your past life, this is very interesting. This one strong past life that's coming through. So I'll tell you two, because I have two right now. I have one that's literally from you were a woman, and you were like for a living you baked things. You were like a cook. You would cook things, but mostly bake things. So you would make pies, you worked like in a bakery, and you did stuff like for like a bakery, and you would bake things. All right, so you did this for a living, and you lived in a place, I would say, like in like Sweden, or it's one of those places like Germany, and one of those places you lived in. I can't pinpoint the exact country, but you lived in one of those places where there was a different language. So I would say Sweden or Germany. That's what's coming through. And also there's another past life where you were in the medieval times, and you were kind of like, I wouldn't say royal, but you were like part of the royal family. So you were either a cousin, or a niece, or but I do see that you lived in that royal house and you were in the medieval times and you had this really pretty dress. Whenever I think of that person, I think of, I don't know if you've heard of the story of Merlin. I think of Guinevere, like in Arthur and the Round Table. So I see you as Guinevere. I don't know if you were Guinevere, because again, I don't know if that's a real story, but I see you like that. That's who you were. So those are two past lives, honey, that I'm picking up, but they're very, very strong. And I'm also feeling that you have a lot of giving traits to you. So these past lives you lived, you were very giving. So the last one I'm also picking up is that you were either like a nun or like somebody that was very religious and believed in God very intensely, and you were very giving towards people, and you were very pure, you were very innocent, and you were like an older woman that like lived her life based off of doing everything for God. So I would say you were a nun or you worked in the church. And that again was the medieval times. I'm very much picking a lot of 1400s, 1500s with you. So I'm going to leave you with that, hon. I very much hope you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. Lots of love from the heavens above. Thank you so much again. Many blessings. Bye now.